Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyim La, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim HaKadosh, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth, and just want to take the water to all the Akim and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jach Na Nawah. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. So now this short right here, I was just watching this young lady right here that you can see. It says special cupcakes, story time, nurse life. And so this young lady, she's, like a nurse or whatever. And she's going off into this story about, hey, let's just get the video. Hey, let me just put it out here, a disclaimer that I'm not getting any monetary value off of this. Copyright disclaimer is for educational purposes only. But this is a perfect example of not trusting your enemy, which goes off into Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. So let's get this.
So some time ago, I picked up a shift at this one hospital, and I was sitting at the nurse's station getting my documentation done when this very upset family member comes up to me because she doesn't like the condition that her father is in. Like, he has ripped everything off. His leads, his gown, he's completely naked. He's a hot mess. But he also has dementia. And so that is expected. She's still upset. I offer my apologies. I get in touch with that patient's nurse, and I'm like, can we both go in here to just get him situated? I can help you, and it'll make the loved one feel better. I'm sure it wasn't easy for her to see. So she's still very upset. She ends up leaving, coming back several hours later, offering cupcakes for an apology for how she acted. I said, oh, thank you, you're forgiven, don't worry about it. I still didn't eat the cupcakes. The rest of the staff ate the cupcakes, and shortly thereafter, ended up in the bathroom for the remainder of the shift.
Okay, and there you have it.
So
never trust in thine enemy. Now, it's not saying whether or not it was a so-called black woman, so-called white woman, Chinese, Japanese, Cambodian, Filipino, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there's, and there are rules to you not eating things. I've seen other videos, and it really is not wise. That's like I'm in the wrong Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. And it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And that can be applied here because this particular person is looking at you like, I'm not getting help. Look at my father. They're going through all these things. You know what I'm saying? And then they go home. And especially if they have homemade donuts or homemade cakes, homemade something that for a fact. Okay, I'm not seeing a supermarket, because you can go to a supermarket and you can get things like that, cupcakes, and you can tell that they come from a supermarket the way that they're packaged and wrapped. But if you see somebody that come through and they just got something in a basket, or like they're a home Tupperware, and they bring that shit through, you should know no, I ain't messing with that. I'm not messing with that, because you don't know what they're about. You don't know what's the psychological thinking of this person, and just in general, man. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, you don't know what they're into. You don't know what they cooked it with. You don't know what was put in it. And so, as you can see, it went down real bad with those employees at the hospital. And like I said, again, I'm certain that they have rules that you don't eat things. That's even with police officers. That's what a lot of companies. People just come in and like, oh, well, I thought about you, and here you go. I brought some fruits. I brought some vegetables. You don't know, shit could be injected with something. You don't know what's going on with people these days. You got kids shooting up schools, man. And then they like, let's get rid of the assault rifles. We need to come up with new laws about the assault rifles. And then you can have a person come in with some, some bagels or some croissants or something from Panera Bread injected with some shit, and people are just falling over at the job. I mean, come on, man. You know? So when I seen this video, I was like, but she said she didn't eat it. God bless her heart. She sounds like she might be a Benjamite or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you had to also be in tune with your flesh, man. Like, hey, you can't just be like, oh, some sweets. Oh, you know, oh, yeah, oh, thank you. Mom, they probably busting down some coffee with it, and they had their tea. Oh, who brought in muffins? You know, it's probably people was coming in on a whole nother shift. Didn't even know about this lady was even there beforehand. Coming in and damn cupcakes are sitting out on the counter, like in the cafeteria, like, oh yeah, somebody. They probably was thinking like, you know, one of their fellow employees. I wouldn't even do it if it was a fellow employee. Such and such, bro. You know, thought about us and brought donuts today. Nah, man, you got to watch yourself out here, man. And this is the perfect example of, you know, never trusting thine enemy. So I just wanted to do that real quick. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit. And with that, call me inshallah.